The time of the Latino has just begun.
Really is the time of the Latino.
We-
Has it started?
It
started.
now
Welcome to the times of the Latinos, folks.
Pat was just briefing us that, what was it, the top 40?
Yeah, so there something I saw on Twitter last week. I don't know if I think it was from Billboard. For the first time in 35 years, there is not a single rap song in the top 40.
Now make the reference.
I don't know about you, but I take comfort in that.
All right. Have it your way, Pat.
You can't see it off camera, but I got my vinyl copy of Oasis's Definitely Maybe, and it's looking a little brighter today.
No rap songs in the top 40. Oasis is the biggest band in the world.
Yeah, Oasis just sold out 2 nights at the Rose Bowl. Yeah.
Somebody might have reset the space-time continuum.
Pat has one job.
Yeah.
The world is healing.
Yeah. Now, if anybody listening might think I'm there's some racial aspect to this. I just want to say,
And they do.
that when I'm watching UFC and it's a white guy fighting a black guy, if the black guy is American, I will root for him over the white guy who isn't. So,
There we go.
yeah.
He's a nationalist before he's a
yeah.
racist.
So Oasis might not have been the best reference there, but
Whatever.
I got a shiny copy of a couple Modest Mouse albums down there. So,
There we go.
yeah.
I think they'd like you better if you were racist.
I think white guys who are a little racist actually are more comfortable and more palatable to non-whites than like
People who tiptoe around everything.
like upper middle class liberal white people.
I think
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I think it's really just, well, at least you know where the person stands.
yeah. Well, because it kind of means you're a person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we definitely, our page is evidence of that.
Yes. Yes.
We-
Totally. Yeah.
We got some good black feedback
Yeah.
on our last sketch.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
I also saw the follower count start to dip a little bit.
That happens.
which oh really wow.
That's always happening.
I
though.
could see some good old boys that were following us.
Yeah, we didn't want them anyway.
I don't need those
Yeah.
guys. Well, we definitely may have laid the foundation
Well, you know,
for those
I
guys a little bit.
I posted
We're working with a black guy, and they're like, "Wait a minute, they're not racist."
Well, I posted an Instagram story on Saturday night making fun of the Dodgers win, and it said it was I was pointing at my head like think about it,
Yeah.
and then it said Mexicans partying in an American city celebrating Canada's failures, and I just thought it was funny, and when I posted it, I was kind of worried for a second, like oh, some people aren't going to like this, like this could be misconstrued as meaning anything more than just that's a funny.
Yeah.
Like list of
Yeah.
and no, it was the brownest group of people liking liking my story.
Nice.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
Yeah, there's no political triumphs happening when I post a story.
yeah.
There's no. Usually, I post a picture of me in a crawl space today, and a guy who I haven't spoken to since 8th grade reached out to me.
Oh, yeah.
Hey man, I'm in the crawl space too.
Look behind you. Hey, man, look to your left. Yeah,
But yeah. I mean, look, I feel like if there's anything that this country needs at this moment, it's our sketches.
yeah. Totally.
And our stories.
Yeah. Our stories about pointing guns at babies and
Yeah.
Jack.
Right.
Pointing guns at stuff. Our stories of you speaking Chinese. That's pretty cool. So you can promote a don't tell in an area that you don't know anyone.
I mean, there's no anyone at our level promoting a show is just for the clout among the other people
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Just to show you got a little bit of motion going on.
Yeah, it just tells people you're doing things.
Yeah.
I think it's
like
appropriate.
if I don't post a show, if I don't post at least one show every like 10 days, I do have a thought where it's like, kind of seems like I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
That's what's nice about having a weekly show.
I was talking to someone about it. I post like one out of every 3 or 4 flyers that I'm on. Because it's like, I think we talked about it. It's very masturbatory to just post every single.
Well,
flyer
I also post flyers for the sake of the guy who's putting the show together.
Yeah, for
Seems
sure.
like I care.
For sure. Yeah.
I know enough dudes where I'm like, I don't have to post your flyer, man. You know I'm gonna be there, and you know that there's no chance I was gonna bring anyone.
Sweetheart, you're clogging up your story with all those flyers.
I gotta let everyone know I got motion.
I gotta post road dogs.
I gotta let everyone know I'm doing 7.
I'm doing 7 at the trap mic. All right, that's too much inside baseball.
Yeah, no, that's enough. That's
we
enough
were
of that. But
Might as well explain that we had a hot riff going of the dad who's thinking about killing the family and the White Lotus starting to do open mic comedy.
Yeah.
Sweetheart, why are you driving down to Santa Ana on a Tuesday? I gotta hit Proof Bar. They got a hot crowd sometimes.
Sometimes they get 15 people. Yeah.
It's a good hang.
Drew Bach's gonna be there. He's got a new masturbating bit. That one lady from White Lotus, she might have the best dumb-looking face I've ever seen.
Well, what's her name?
She really looks like an
Parker
airhead.
Posey.
Parker Posey.
But she doesn't
Yeah.
always look like that in the movies and TV shows she's in. She does it really well for White
She's
Lotus,
great
though.
in
She literally looks like a retarded woman in that movie.
Yeah.
She's great in Louie. You ever watch?
Oh yeah.
You remember
Yeah. He asked her on a date or something.
Yeah, they're running up the stairs. She's like, I believe in you.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, she plays like a
40-year-old manic pixie
yes,
dream
exactly.
girl.
Yes. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
And then Best in Show too.
Oh, she's in Best in Show?
Yeah, she's the yuppie woman with the braces what's the name of the dog's toy? Remember, she's right.
I haven't seen.
She's like
Best in
panicking
Show.
because the dog only responds to one toy, and she's like freaking out trying to find it.
I don't think I've seen that movie since we watched it like 5 years ago.
It's so good. It's so good.
That was a fun time period.
Yeah.
I think we may have
2020.
drank. How many,
Yeah, no,
how many
we talked about that one
beers
time.
collectively
Yeah,
do you
I
think
mean,
we
like,
drank that year?
Between all the guys.
Not
that were coming over
between us, because there was a lot of very lonely nights that me and you spent.
Yeah, right.
Can you give us a little, take us a little?
Just wallowing.
Can you take us through that period of your life?
Yeah.
Like, what was your
I
day-to-day kind of looking like?
Well, I mean, if you just want the whole story, not the whole story.
I mean, it was
but
COVID.
It was COVID,
Oh,
so
okay.
Luke came home from New York. Being at the
Okay, so this
news
was
school.
before I
Oh
knew
yeah,
you
no,
guys,
we
right?
probably wouldn't meet. We didn't meet you for at
Yeah, we
least
hadn't
another
integrated
year
you
and a half. Year and a half to 2 years.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And
We were literally
Yeah.
wallowing away in misery.
yeah, we were. Well, I was.
But it was pretty fun.
But it was fun. I don't actually. I would say when it became miserable was when it had been at least a year, and we were kind of like still doing it, and we also weren't doing anything like we weren't doing stand up. We would occasionally toss, like we'd riff, and it was like the same thing that led to us, eventually having 10,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah. But we just hang out and drink. And
Do you remember the day that we disgusting maxed?
I think that was a little later. That was during the miserable time. That was
Disgusting maxing doesn't happen during the pleasurable.
Yeah,
time.
no, the disgusting day.
What did we eat? I think we ate.
What it was is we kind of did like a bang bang.
We did a
Which,
triple.
if you've never
bang
seen
bang.
the show Louie, is when you eat 2 full meals back, full like just slop meals.
We
back to
ordered
back.
at the beginning. I mean, we were drinking the entire day. I think we both put away like 15
that was one of those
beers
days.
each
Yeah, like
over the course of
this
what,
would
like
happen a lot
10
where,
hours.
You'd come over around probably like midday, early afternoon.
Yeah,
and we'd kind of just hang out. Drinking.
I think I was in the
people
middle
would
of-
come and go. There were a lot of people moving through the house.
I was in the middle of some sort of fight with my girlfriend at the time too.
right.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember I showed up. There was other people there, but we ordered like a Del Taco, multiple Fiesta packs, and then me and you ate most of it.
Yeah.
Very shamefully.
Yeah.
And then
we ordered Wendy's.
Yeah, then we ordered Wendy's.
And then we
maybe
got
an hour
we got
later.
it through DoorDash.
Yeah.
And so we were in the backyard with a group of people. And we went up to get the
By the way, we
DoorDash.
didn't tell anybody.
We didn't tell anybody
we
we were
ordered
getting it.
Because we didn't
They
want
were
them
like
to know.
barbecuing or something.
they were
they weren't barbecuing. They were just
But they were
drinking.
hanging out.
They were hanging out.
There were a lot
I think
of
they were a
people.
little annoyed with us because we ate most of the food that was for the group.
Yeah?
Yes.
That would
Because
be-
I remember we were both like, we ate so much of the Del Taco.
Okay.
And-
I mean, what? Yeah, okay.
And then I think I nudged you and I was like, you want some fucking Wendy's?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, yes.
And then we went to pick up the Wendy's, and it was, we walked from the backyard to the front to the porch.
And
Then we sat on the porch, and when we opened up the bag of Wendy's, something happened where it like tore, and all the fries fell out on the porch, and we both kind of looked at each other because no one else saw it, and we just put the fries back in the bag and ate the whole thing.
Yeah, we ate the fries.
Yeah, and then
But we also
probably
had
ate, like Baconators or something.
We had Baconators, chicken nuggets, and fries each.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it was like a full meal.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
And this is
then,
all-
And then we just
were-
walked back to the party like nothing happened.
Yeah, nobody even knew.
We basically
anything.
had a former fat kid quickie.
It'd be funny if
Yeah.
you guys walked back in and you looked like Squidward when he eats all the Krabby Patties.
Yeah, we did take a trip to the vault. Then.
Yeah.
But that's not even where it ends because later that night we ordered 2 large pizzas. And we ate the whole. I ate a whole pizza to myself, and then you ate a whole pizza.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
I do.
Fuck?
Yeah,
And this
right.
was
Yeah,
in
that
the
was all
middle
same
of-
day, yeah.
All in the middle of like 15 beers each.
Yeah.
And then I think that it was either. What movie was it that we watched? I think we watched. And then we. What was that movie Mel Gibson was in?
Oh,
We Were Soldiers.
We were soldiers.
We watched
Yes.
We Were Soldiers.
That was all the same. That was the same day.
That was the same day, I believe. It was the perfect way to cap off.
Yeah, eating 3 disgusting meals in a row and 15 beers with one other guy is what they call a foxhole. We call that the foxhole.
I think we might have been Cliff Booth and Rick Dalton mixing.
Yeah.
The no atheists in a foxhole.
There's no atheist in a foxhole. How could there not be a god when you can have 3 delicious meals back to back and about 5 beers with each of them?
But yeah, I mean,
Those are great times.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
And we did that for maybe 2 years straight.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
You weren't living together at this time.
No,
Not for the first
no.
year, and
No,
then I think
okay.
the second year we were living together.
No,
We were living together
didn't-
like
you
2 or 3
You
years.
didn't move in until after your breakup, and that was 3 years later.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But I was basically an honorary resident.
You're living with your parents, and you keep telling them like, "Well, it's great because I live with Pat." So
Yeah. Yeah, what a time.
yeah.
Yeah, I was. Didn't we do the math? And we had to have. I mean, this probably isn't a ton because it wasn't. Compared to like an actual frat house, it's nothing. But we.
I mean, you
probably
kinda
both
gotta
drank
be-
in the ballpark of 1,000 beers over the course of like.
Yeah.
But you got to do the proportions because it's
Yeah.
2 guys
Yeah, I know
versus
that- I
like
know,
15
yeah.
guys.
We would drink. It was one of those things.
We were
I've
putting up
mentioned how
frat house
sometimes
numbers.
Yeah.
I very quickly, once I learned I had a high alcohol tolerance, I don't think of beers. I tend to not think of beers in units. I can assume that if I drank for like 4 hours, I had like 12. So it's like one of those things where you do the math on that.
They're going
Yeah.
to make word problems out of you,
Yeah,
man.
we were probably drinking 12-ish beers a night.
Community college
when we'd hang
pre-algebra.
out.
If Pat has presumably 12 beers and is going 60 miles an hour on the 55,
What
How
time will
many-
he arrive at Goat Hill?
what time will he arrive at the 7-Eleven?
It is funny to be there's a lot of people who are living very depressing lives who like on paper are putting up frat guy numbers though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was doing that for
Yeah.
a little bit while I was in college of like trashing our house, but it was like we were just like getting drunk by ourselves
Right.
and like destroying the place.
Yeah.
That's
no
fun,
women
though.
involved.
See,
It
our
is
house,
fun.
Our house was pretty clean.
Okay.
It wasn't
All right.
terrible.
We like totally
I don't remember. I was pretty drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it was fun because I only lived there for a year at this period of my life, so it was kind of fun at times. But we basically like would drink, and at one point, one of my roommates got a BB gun, and there was like in between on the.
I think you might have come full circle to that recently.
Yeah, I've grown a lot since. But the kitchen island had like a plaster like wall that went. It was kind of this weird thing, and he like shot like a hole like this big just in the wall, and then we had ripped all the smoke detectors out. We ripped the thermostat off the wall and threw them in the ocean because we lived like on like some of the most prime real estate in like the world.
Nice.
In Santa Barbara. We would just rip shit off and throw it into the ocean. One time, the guy I lived with bought a bag of 500 ping pong balls from Costco and just walked into the apartment, opened it up, and just dumped it out on the floor. And then the rest of the year, there was just like ping pong balls on the couch everywhere.
That's pretty tight.
The guy where they had ripped off the thermostat, they had stuffed like as many ping pong balls as possible in that hole, and then in Sharpie on the wall kept a tally of how many balls were in the wall.
Yeah.
And then no one really got that much pussy.
No, that's how dudes should live. If there's just no prospects whatsoever, it should just be a nightmare.
And that's not even counting like all of how many times I would just finish a beer and just throw it in the ocean.
That's pretty sick.
Probably sped up global warming by a couple years living in that house.
Yeah, how many sea turtles do you think you killed?
Oh, brother, a lot.
Jesus.
Make me want to drink.
I remember I told that to a girl one time when we were like on a date, and I was like telling her about when I was in college, like we do some crazy stuff. We would just like throw shit in the ocean. And she was like, "Why would you do that?"
You're like, shut up.
I think of the same thing.
You don't understand the inner workings of my mind.
You wouldn't last a day in here.
Yeah.
In my dark, twisted.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. And it's you throwing a course can into the pouch. Yeah.
I've done that on dates before.
Yeah.
What do you tell? I told a woman that I had a hookup with the night before and then slept over at her place about that story of me and Pat eating all that food. And then she looked at me and went, "We were kissing." And I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have told you that.
It's good for your immune system.
She didn't think so. She wasn't too happy about it.
Just a little dirt.
This year,
It's just so easy to get comfortable if you think like, oh, she's cool.
Yeah.
And then you tell her a story and you're like, ah.
A lady laughs at like 3 of your jokes in a row, and you're like,
you're like I could tell her about the
some
thing.
stuff that should only be heard by men.
Yeah.
I could tell her about the thing. The thing I've been wanting to say the whole time. And then you tell her the thing, and she goes, "I don't like that.
I don't want to have sex anymore."
You're like, all right, I get it. But that's dating. You get a little better with every date you go on. You learn to not tell them about the disgusting maxing.
Yeah.
You dial it in.
Yeah. It really is just dialing it in until you find, I don't know.
That's you tell a joke and you go, check, check, mic check.
Yeah, I've definitely done some mic checks on dates before.
Hello, folks. Hit him with a folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't say too much, but I remember the woman I went on the date with where we talked about voting.
Yeah.
And after I told her my voting, I was kind of like, is this thing on?
That is a funny response to
Hello?
telling a woman a political opinion that she would disagree with. Folks.
Yeah.
Nah, but we love the ladies.
We love
Disposable friends.
We do.
We would love it if you made up more than 3% of our demographic.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that'll
I don't
happen.
particularly care about that, you know.
You always they are bodies at the end of the day.
I'd want to keep it under 10.
Luke Barker. They are bodies at the end of the day, referring to women.
I'd want to keep
And
it
men,
under
and the men who
10%.
follow us, their bodies too. There's just a lot more of those bodies. And there's some black guys.
True.
Hey, we have a very diverse fan base.
We do have a diverse
We definitely
fan base.
It's
do.
just all dudes.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
We've had like 2 or 3 sketches where for some reason women loved it, and then
Yeah.
everything else was like,
Yeah.
it's just a bunch of dudes.
It was the one
being
where you
like-
put your penis away. They loved that.
They really liked it. There's one video in particular of just my zipper going up, and you don't see my cock. And then women were like, yes, more of this. And then the next one is my penis again.
And the next one was your dad's penis.
Then I showed my dad's penis. And they were completely off train.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, women are, I
They're
don't
great.
know. You got a blood stain on your sock. I've
What
been,
the fuck?
I've been checking that out. What do you think that was?
I don't think that's blood, but I don't know. I've been walking around in those socks. It might be a berry or something like that.
It'd be funny if you were at work with no shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kurt Schilling.
Kurt Schilling, yeah.
And you stepped on a berry in a classroom.
But yeah, man.
What you guys been up to?
We had
So-
Halloween last weekend. That was pretty fun.
That was a
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah.
I
I
did
think-
get, I got, no, actually, never mind. Go on. I was going to change the subject for no reason.
Oh, okay.
Keep going.
I feel like I think we definitely probably talked to more people than we've ever talked to in a weekend.
Yes.
going
The
out.
baby.
It was fun. Yeah. The baby helped a lot.
Honestly, there was a good amount of unwelcomed,
But that does help,
Yeah.
you know.
you know,
It was fun. I didn't really have any expectations for
We
it.
were-
for a moment.
we were
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
socializing.
Social Maxic. Yeah, a lot
Met
of-
some cool dudes,
we
too.
did meet some cool dudes.
Some cool, just for context, Jake had a fake baby
Yes.
strapped to his chest.
This is the 3rd year that I've done this costume, and it gets a lot of attention from
yes.
people.
But it also gets attention from some pretty cool dudes,
Yes,
too.
it does. Yeah.
I forget, what was the story of the guy we met who,
Was that George Washington?
no, it wasn't George Washington. There was another guy where I think somehow or another it ended with him going, well, I guess I got to fuck that baby.
Damn, I forget. I was too drunk.
Yeah, no, we were pretty drunk. But it was the funniest way to because he just kind of was like, all right, you guys are fun. Take it easy.
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, man. I wish I
Yeah.
could remember what led up to him saying
I forget that. I had a lot of, like, on Saturday after we went out on Friday and then on Sunday again, thinking back to a few interactions I had, some of them with women being like, I was more drunk than I thought I was during
Yeah.
that.
That's why I was trying to make sure to drink water the whole time.
Yeah. I wasn't water drinking really. I was dad maxing.
I was water drinking because I've done it many times where I literally meet the love of my life and then I'm too drunk to capitalize on it.
Yeah.
Some lady who's clearly interested and then, hey, wait, what'd you say? And they're like, oh, fuck. Never mind.
Yeah. That's when you scare the ladies.
But I can't look back to one instance where I legitimately did that this weekend. I think I fell in
Yeah.
love with like 14 women too.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good time. But yeah.
I just worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more though.
Oh, yeah, no more. Ideally,
Hit the road, Pat.
ideally,
No more, no
this
more.
that was the last time I ever have a second job.
Nice.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be. I've had 4 second jobs since dropping out of college,
Yeah.
and I hope to.
It'd be
God
funny
that's
if
my last.
If that ends with him having a third job.
Yeah. Did I ever have? I kind of had. No, never mind. I didn't have 3 jobs. The most manic I've ever felt though is when I first started doing stand up, and I would go to my morning job in the special ed class, and then I would go straight from there to boxing, do that for an hour, and then I would go work the lunch shift at a cafe, and then I would do stand up till like fucking midnight, I think, every night, and I did that for like 9 months.
It's a young man's game.
Yeah, it was fun.
I did when I first started doing stand up in Orange County. I was working at I was doing this internship at this like marketing company in Huntington Beach, and it was like the most bullshit like job ever. I would literally just like show up and sit at a desk. I think I got a couple assignments the like first few weeks, and then I would literally just sit there and do nothing
Yeah,
all day, and then I would go to the rec room.
Nice.
nice.
And then it was all better.
Yeah. That is the type of job you want. And that's sort of what I thought I was setting up for, and now my job is not that. It stinks.
Honestly, doing nothing all day is hell to me.
I like it.
Yeah.
I can do nothing. Easy.
I actually considered speaking to a therapist the one
Yeah?
time I had a do nothing all day job.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yes, I do remember
Yeah.
that. Well, you gotta.
And it wasn't any, it was literally, it's just like,
Idle hands make for the devil's
Yeah.
work.
I finally, you know what it was? I finally found myself, for the first time ever, I found myself in the state of genuinely not wanting to get out of bed. And it was just because I hated the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the job wasn't worth getting out of bed for. It was also 2 years after work from home jobs got popular.
Yeah.
And all I was doing was data entry.
Uh-huh.
And it was horrible.
I think the well might be starting to run dry on work from home jobs because I got like a
That's a good thing, in my opinion.
it definitely is, for sure. I had like 2 instances. What was it? Oh yeah, well one of them was like this had nothing to do with me, but we got like a mass email to our company that was like, hey, like if you're working somewhere out of town, because like sometimes if people go on vacation, they'll like work a few days just like during the day or whatever, like in that other place. And it was like, hey, if you're like working at a different location, like you got to let us know now. Because like, I don't know if there was a problem or something, or they just started getting anal about it. And then I took a sick day the other week, and I was like, I did it how I always do it, where I send like I sent it like 7 a.m. I sent like, hey guys, I'm gonna be missing the day, and then I like reached out to some of my teams where I had assignments or whatever, and then I from like one of the like higher up bosses responded to my email and was like, hey, did you make sure to coordinate with your all your teams before this? And I was like, yeah, I did that. And they're like, she was like, okay, that's great, but you need to ask your manager first. And I'm like, oh my lord,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I didn't have the heart to respond via email that I was actually just hungover and didn't have a show that night, but so I wasn't really it was hard for me to complain. Which I think is probably emblematic of why these work from home jobs are running.
Yeah.
The real problem is when you start getting mad at people rightfully getting pissed at you for stretching the limits.
You do see that with people who are on the work from home train.
Oh yeah.
Where they'll be like, it's fucking bullshit. And you're like, you get paid to hang out.
You get paid to jack off.
I remember I had like, at the last job I was working, I had like 2 days where I got to work from home because I didn't have a car. And I did 15 minutes of work total.
Yeah.
Over the course of 8 hours.
Yeah.
And
Excuse me.
literally cranked it on the clock.
Yeah. Cranking it on the company dime.
I was cranking it on the company dime. I got in a sick push-up workout.
Nice.
I did so many push-ups.
I worked out today.
Cranked hog.
I had a really slow day today. I worked out. It was great. Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
But my job typically is actually pretty busy.
Yeah.
So I took advantage of it, but yeah.
I know one of the problems with remote work is that I guess the commercial real estate industry is getting hit pretty hard. I guess from what I've heard, they're not building any new commercial like
office buildings now.
Yeah.
They're not building anymore for the time being,
No.
and I guess it has affected some things.
Yeah.
I don't know economics, but I'm sure it has to do with that.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you what, my company is
I'm
definitely
sure.
my company's definitely not going back to the office anytime soon, though, like full time, because I think they like proposed a while back, like a couple days in the office, and all of the ladies got pissed.
Yes.
Especially the ones with kids, which I do kind of get, but the regular ladies, I'm like, all right, I'm not really going to join you in the crusade.
Where are you going to meet your husband?
That is true. That honestly is it.
I'm pretty sure back in the day, work was where you met a guy.
It literally was. It absolutely. It's like I think it's proven that it was like it was like it was either like 25%.
Hell, I thought I met my wife at work.
Well, that really is like the. I mean, there's nothing better than fantasizing about a coworker. I mean,
Oh yeah.
it's like the most feminine thing that men do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fantasizing about the 6 who works the front desk.
God, and she.
Hey.
Within
She's
the
an 8 in your
confines of
mind.
the office, she's an 8, though.
Of course, it's like
Yeah.
Where you're like, God damn it.
it's like the
this
teacher
woman,
thing. It's like how teachers are hotter.
Yeah.
You know.
This woman who I've fallen in love with.
Yeah.
If only she knew the things that I think about.
If only
doing.
she knew I knew she was an 8.
Yeah.
6 in disguise.
Maybe I just gotta work at like Trader Joe's or something just to get some female energy
Yeah.
around me.
Yeah. You should pick up a shift at Trader Joe's. That's what's been missing from your life. Is working part-time at a quasi upscale grocery store.
I worked at Target back in the day. I've bagged groceries before. I hated that too.
Yeah.
I've hated every single job I've ever had, actually. I don't think I'm built for working.
You're starting to sound like some guys I know who aren't doing too hot.
Well, Trader Joe's is.
I am not built for working.
Trader Joe's has the thing where a young, attractive woman is kind of forced to talk to you. And regardless of whether or not it's a platonic conversation,
Yeah.
I think every guy who goes in there and ends up in a line with one of the hot 20-year-olds, it's a little boost. It's a little boost
For
the
sure.
day.
I'm going to be honest, though. I feel like hot chicks don't really work at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, no. It's a type. They're cute.
Yeah.
Not a lot of I mean,
I don't.
Once
if
again,
they're
in the
really hot, they'd be
confines-
waitresses.
In the
Sure,
confines
joking,
of certain
that's-
buildings, women's
Waitresses
attraction
are in the
raises.
same- Yeah.
Yeah. There's some cute ladies who work at my Trader Joe's. But I mean, look, I go to the Trader Joe's in Marina Del Rey. If there's not hot, smoke shows there, I'm thinking everywhere.
That almost was phrased as if you own the Trader Joe's. There's some cute girls who work in my Trader Joe's.
It is also good when you see a place of work, a business, some might say, where a girl there was hired because she's hot. It's kind of like a nice blast from the past.
That was the last place that I worked at.
Yeah.
I literally probably got replaced by a hot lady.
Nice.
Because they got a
Yeah.
new manager who was, he literally had penis physiognomy, if that makes any sense. There was something very cock and balls about his face.
Was he just? Are you saying he was bald?
He was bald.
He had principal face.
Yeah, he did have some principal face, but when he got hired, he did an initial clear out and got some talent in the
Nice.
office, which I was happy about at first. Also saw some talent leave, unfortunately, because I think he might have been having sex with him, if I had to guess.
Okay. All right.
But some talent left, some talent came in, and I was like, this is great. And then I got fired, and I was like, fuck.
Oh, man.
I wish I was talent.
That's the dark side of the talent business.
Yes.
Sometimes you get
I
to
wasn't
play.
I wasn't talented enough. And I should have been able to guess because my teammates that I worked with all started turning into ladies, and I was the only guy. And I was like, this is pretty cool, just hanging out with some nice ladies. And then before I knew it, I was hungover, called in sick, and got canned over the phone by one of the ladies that he made her do the dirty work.
The writing was on the wall there.
It was.
When the sirens start becoming your coworkers, it's a bad side.
But yeah, I wish I was.
That does need to come back though, in more of a. I think that's been pretty much eliminated from the corporate world, is the hiring hot chicks because they're hot.
Oh no,
The scumbag boss.
I'm pretty sure it looks like it's alive and well in the trades industry.
Okay, well yes,
Yeah.
I could see that.
Working
And it's a
in
problem.
restaurant in Venice.
Because they always end up fucking
Yeah.
the technicians.
Working in a restaurant in Venice, I saw a lot of hot girls talking corporate jargon.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying corporate chicks hot chicks can't.
I mean-
corporate jobs. I'm saying the kind of scumbag boss being like,
Yeah, right. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Say
That's what I meant, but I said that.
yeah.
She didn't even graduate from high school, man. I just made her the CFO.
Yeah, man, she's a pistol. She's got AP US history.
She's
I just
foxy,
made her
man.
CFO.
Check out the spark plug I just hired.
Yeah.
Some chick whose eyes are crossed.
Yeah.
She's foxy. She's got spunk.
Be funny if it was the dude with shit standards hired the lady. Check out the fucking spark plug I hired. Some chick who's got a glass eye and a peg leg.
She's got a glass eye and a peg leg, and she walks around just getting punched by other guys. Anytime you look at her, a guy's hand will come from out of screen and just go.
Yeah.
Hey, Crystal.
the best version of that is you got to be like a guy who works on a dock and like rents patio boats to people, and he hires like a bunch of like 5 18-year-olds working a summer job.
Yeah.
And he's like 31.
Yeah. Is that lifestyle still available to men?
I think it is. Absolutely.
It has to be.
It is. It certainly is. You just that job is available. I met that guy several times who lives up. I don't know if he's hiring hot chicks. I haven't really hot chicks, but when I go up to Mount Shasta, I go on Lake Siskiyou. That guy's working out of the shed on the docks.
Oh yeah, he's got a crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that life, hey man, that'd be pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's making him scrub the poop deck.
It's
That'd be funny. He hires them purely based on merit.
It's
and then
gotta
as soon
be
as he
fun.
hires them, he's like, "Yar, mateys."
It's got to be fun to be an old creep. Like 31 years old.
Oh, okay.
You know,
31. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Old, not old like
'Cause it's-
old.
I mean,
like
fucking Venice is crawling with those
everybody's
dudes.
a little put off, but you kind of know. He's probably doing what works.
Well, because every now and then you meet like a disturbed young woman
Yes,
who's pretty hot.
Yeah.
And your tactics
And
work.
you're
Yeah. From my understanding,
probably
it's
to some
also
extent a disturbed old man.
Yeah. It's also completely okay. It's actually more okay to just film those sexual encounters and put them on the internet. Then it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're dating an 18-year-old at 31, ooh.
Yeah.
But if you're filming yourself,
Having sex with
having
your
sex
employee.
No, I'm just talking about old creep in general. Like,
Yeah.
regardless of whether you have just like.
Did you?
Yeah.
Do you remember that old guy at Lincoln that one time who came up to those girls that we were talking to, or came up to her friends?
Oh yeah,
You
that guy
remember
was
that guy?
fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that's the dark side of being an old creep. Was
They
this
were
guy?
Are
actually-
we talking about the pickup artist?
No,
No,
this
no,
was
no,
maybe
no.
like 2 or 3
We're not talking
weeks
about
ago.
Owen Cook, the pickup artist who
Oh,
we saw
okay.
one time at the break.
Yeah.
No, this dude was like, he was basically dressed as if he was like, that was like quasi mafia, half magician. attire.
Yes, that's a good description of him. Yeah, and he was kind of like this old. He was.
He had like clearly.
He was an old, ugly guy. I hate to say it. He had like in my mind, it was a
fedora.
fedora.
It was a fedora.
Yeah, yeah.
And he also had dyed hair.
Okay, I didn't see
You could
the
even
hair.
see it in the dark that it was dyed, where it's like, you are so old, there's no way that you're still blonde. That's crazy.
Yeah, and he probably mid-60s.
Yeah, and he got an approach in on the girls we were talking to.
He approached like
while we were in the middle of talking to him.
Well, no, it was her. I was sitting talking to this one girl, then her friend and like their friends were kind of standing over here, and this guy like wandered over and like just I can't remember what he said.
I think he just threw up on him or something.
he projectile vomit. And
he walked away with "still got it."
but yeah, he like started talking to them, and then the girl I was talking to like immediately jumped up and was like, "Hi," and he was like, "She's like a cute girl or something." I don't know if that was what he said, but she was like, "Oh, she actually doesn't even like girls, like," or she was like, "She doesn't even like men, like she likes girls. We're dating." She
nice.
and I was like, "Yeah, that's probably a good move."
Yeah, just completely eliminate yourself from the dating
But I was
pool.
like, "Damn, that is a tough situation."
Well, did I tell you about the guy I was doing? I think I was just like replacing a toilet at this house. It was probably like a month ago, and the lady's dad, she was maybe like in her 60s, and then the lady's dad, who was 103 years old, lived at the house still, and he had a caretaker, and I didn't see him. I was working at this house for 2 days, and then he just like came out of nowhere on the second day with his caretaker. And I was like, "Oh, hi." He's like, "Oh, Dad." He was like that kind of old.
Was that Hector Salamanca?
It was Hector Salamanca. But then the caretaker was like, "Guess how old he is?" And I was like, fuck, I don't know. And then he was like, 103. And we were like, "Oh, nice." And he goes, "I'm looking for a blonde." We're like, he's cool.
That rules.
He's still horny.
Still got it.
He never leaves.
That's awesome.
I went into
Cool
a house
guy.
one time to hydrojet their like outdoor sewer line, like their garden sewer.
Yeah.
And it was this old woman and her son who still lived with her. And yeah. I walk in, and he immediately we just kind of start talking, and he's like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm from Orange." And he's like, "Oh, I went to Orange High School." And then he was like 40 something. He probably I would guess, yeah, like 45. And he's like, "Yeah, hey, nice red hair there. Have you got a sister I could talk to?"
He wants to fuck her based on you.
This was literally within 2 minutes of meeting him.
He got horny for this fictional woman after
but then
looking at you.
He pivots out of talking, like asking me if I have a sister that he could fuck, and he just starts telling me about how he got accused of being a drug dealer at Orange High School, and it ruined his life. And he's like 45,
God damn.
living with his mom.
Damn.
He's like, "Oh yeah, I never recovered. Oh, they took me in," and it sounded like he didn't even get prosecuted. It just sounds like he had to talk to the police, but. That was our like 10-minute conversation because it was a really quick job.
You're like,
He just,
yeah, really nice to meet you.
If you had a sister, I'd fuck her. And by the way, I had my wings clipped when I was 18. I hope he's doing all right.
That's probably
incredible.
not.
Yeah.
I think he's
Actually, guys like that are they're doing all right.
I don't think they are.
No.
There's no world where I
But,
want to
hey,
trade
hey.
lives with that guy.
You don't want to trade lives with them, but as far as I'm concerned, is if a guy like that hasn't killed himself, it's because he's like kind of okay with where he's at, you know?
Okay, maybe.
I think it's probably really hard to kill yourself to actually get to that point.
He seemed very happy to ask me if I had a sister he could fuck. So
Kind of sounds like he was mentally challenged based on the impression.
well,
you gave him.
I wouldn't say mentally challenged, maybe a little deranged.
Yeah. Okay.
you know?
Disturbed.
Yeah, but I still remember, "You got a sister I can talk to?"
You're fine. I used to shower with my grandpa. You have a sister.
Yeah, leeching off your mom.
What if he went, I used to shower with your grandpa.
Yeah.
That's nice. I remember back when I was like 13 or 14, I would always play pickup basketball at this gym in my neighborhood. And it was always like it was all like old dudes who like owned homes in the area.
Yeah.
And then there would be some like weird stragglers. Like I remember there was this one guy who I remember him saying he was 25 at the time. And I know he lived at home in the neighborhood that we lived in.
Oh, you've told me about this guy.
Yeah.
I've heard this one.
And
Maybe it's
honestly,
plot.
pretty good teammate. Guy
Yeah.
more than willing to swing the rock, set some screens,
Nice.
rebound, box out. Wasn't the best player, but he good hustle. But I remember him talking about how he would longboard at 3 a.m. just through the streets of the neighborhood. And there was a ton of like big hills and stuff. He would longboard through the neighborhood at 3 a.m. And then I remember one time he showed up with like some bandages like underneath his shirt. And people were like, "Dude, what happened?" And he was like, "Oh, man, I got drunk and dove into my parents' pool and scraped myself up on the bottom."
That rocks.
Still rolled up to the open gym. But I remember seeing those guys and being like, man, that guy... Even at the time, I was like, that is a depressing life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a depressing life. But they don't even know it's depressing
that's what
because
I meant.
25
Yeah.
still isn't that old.
It isn't. That's like, no, it's not. It's not.
That only seems old and like if you do something really dumb like that,
It is-
then it seems old.
It's one of those
but-
things where in my head also, this guy looks like he was 38 because I was
okay.
only 13 or 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25-year-olds are really old when you're 13.
Oh, yeah. Fucking, when you're 13, a 16-year-old is terrifying.
Yeah.
Did you have any ladies at your high school that were dating guys in their 20s?
Not that I knew of.
Yeah, no, not that I knew of.
We knew a girl in high school who was dating a 22-year-old who was like a drug dealer.
Mm.
Not a very cool guy.
Yeah.
And they got caught having sex in the car by the police.
Ah, no. That's also a
But somehow he like avoided a stat. I don't know how.
Damn.
He did it. I think the parents were like, "That's her boyfriend."
oof. That's a kind of guy that's sort of been lost into the sands of
Yeah.
time as well.
Yeah.
But I remember one time we were like talking to him and my buddy. We were like 16 and he was 22. And my buddy was like, "So what have you been up to, man?" And he was like, just kind of taking a break from life. And we were like, oh, shit. There's nothing to take a break from, man.
I'm always interested in like it's because it's sort of tough to get a gauge as to like when you go back 20, 30, 40 years ago, what people actually thought about like relationships like that, about people dating underage people, because it did happen. And it was also like not cool back then.
No.
But it's also notoriously joked about in like movies, even up until like the early 2000s.
Yeah, but it's like it's almost like how people now kind of look. It's basically like how people now look at like a 33-year-old dating a 21-year-old. I think that's kind of how they looked at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Or maybe like a 40-year-old dating a 21-year-old. That's actually probably better. It's like it's Anthony Cumia age difference, you know?
Yes.
That it's like how people look at that now where it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
But like you obviously can't, you're not going to really do anything. I think that's how people used to look at that like back in the 80s.
I mean, the larger the age gap gets, the more it feels like the guy is using trickery and deceit to obtain the prize.
I remember my dad told me a story one time when he was like in college about like a friend of his who was like really eager to get it. He was like, dude, like there's these couple of chicks like they're like sophomores in high school. We're gonna get some beer. We're gonna hang out. And my dad was telling the story like, yeah, what the fuck was wrong with this guy?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was happening when I hung out with some like really rough and tumble white trash kids when I first went to public high school, and they were very excited. Even though they were only like 15, it's still disgusting. They were like talking about soliciting nudes from like being like, oh yeah, Shayla sent me nudes, and I was like, who's Shayla? I was like, she goes to the middle school, like she was like an 8th grader.
Oh man.
Yeah, we were freshmen, but it was still just like, oh come on, man, like. Yeah. And then that same kid is the one I think I've told you guys about, who he has like a Kiwi Farms page because he started filming himself.
What is Kiwi Farms?
I've heard of this. I don't really know.
Kiwi Farms is like a database for like people who get famous for the wrong reasons on the internet.
Is this like tangential to 4chan?
It's tangential, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd use the word lol cow, but
got it.
You ever heard that word?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris Chan.
You can milk. Yes, Chris Chan is the king of the lol cows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it mean you can milk them for lols.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, this kid. That was the first sign. I want to make it clear I was not exactly friends with this guy. It was just we were the backups on the freshman football team. We spent a lot of time together. Yeah. And then he went schizophrenic around, I want to say 16. So I remember he started using a lot of big words on Facebook. And
oh no.
Yeah, I know.
Facebook was not the place for big words.
No. Yeah, no, not at all. Unless it's, yeah. And then, I kind of lost track of him. And then, like 4 years after high school, he popped up filming himself harassing women outside of nightclubs in Orange County. And then when they would try to fight him, he would target the feisty women. Mm-hmm. And he was all POV. He would pepper spray them.
Oh, I've seen those videos.
This is the guy that I not told you this story before. It was I knew that guy in
no. I just remember seeing those videos and being like, what the fuck is this guy up to?
Yeah. And then he started like filming himself. He drove out to like the middle of fucking somewhere off like the 15 and was harassing the Burger King employees. That went viral. And it's funny too because in the videos,
menace to society.
Having known him, he's the same guy. Like it sounded the same way he sounded when he was like 13, and he would tell me a story about how he like jacked off in the public park's bathroom at like 2 a.m. Yeah, fun guy. Yeah.
Have you seen that Instagram page of the guy who films the UCLA frat guys?
Yeah, that's a funny page.
It's pretty funny.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like this guy who like stands on the street and just like films people as they walk down the street. And like some of them have like gone kind of viral. I think they end up in my feed sometimes. And then half of them now are like a guy filming like 3 guys walking down the street, and they're like, "Oh, hey, it's the guy who films us."
You know what I really like? There's this black guy who's clearly been building a dilapidated home for a couple years, it looks like, and he just gets drunk in this house that is destroyed, and he'll like bang a hammer on camera, like, wow, and then he'll just drink a beer.
Nice.
And he's got tons of videos of this. It's like nonsense, and I think he gets at least like 300,000 views on each one. It's like, who's getting behind this? He's pretty cool.
I'm trying to think what that guy did. He had warrants out, and he was going to serve like a couple years in prison. I could probably look this up.
We had some guys at my middle school. I think they were a year older than me. Who it was 3 kids. They did they like broke into the school, and I think it was with knives. They engraved swastikas on the doors of the Jewish teachers. Have I told you about this?
No. Sounds like kind of a big deal.
It was kind of a big deal. Well, 2 of them were Mexican and 1 was white.
Oh, okay.
They also spray painted a dick.
Well, now I don't know what to think.
Yeah, they spray painted a dick on the ground as well.
Cool.
So I looking back on it, I believe they were kind of more edgelord than hateful. But I do remember one of the guys, his legal name was Joe Cool.
That's pretty sick.
Okay, so he started posting under the name Jay Rockefeller. This is his Kiwi Farms page.
Oh my God! Let me see that mugshot.
Damn,
that's him.
God damn.
Yeah.
Jay
Rockefeller.
That's the most hateful looking guy.
Is a self-proclaimed gym cell, an incel who copes by working out, traveling in his. Oh my God. Okay. Jay Rockefeller is a self-proclaimed gym cell, an incel who copes by working out, traveling in his rape van, making pickup artist videos. I will start by showing you how Jay interacts with men and women in his videos. Okay, then it shows the videos of him like pepper spraying women. The damage fit the 4chan sub, the incel wiki, and Frank Hassel can do to an immature brain. Jay's first upload is on YouTube is a video of him spurging out at BK. Okay, I remember that. I also remember when I worked security, his picture was sent out to us, and they were like, "Do not let this guy in the bar." And I was like, "Johnny? Like what?" And then I looked it up, and yeah, there's okay. He uses the term anger maxing and femoid, which is derived from the lookism community.
Damn.
The use of fit and incel jargon is scattered throughout most of his videos. Okay, here's the caption of one of his videos. Nymphocell too ugly for any girl. Gym maxing won't save him, neither will high IQ. Oh, never mind, these are like troll comments. Okay, let me see if I can find any explanation of why he had the warrants. Because he was going to go away for a long time.
I think if someone just slid him a copy of Models.
Could have saved all this.
Yeah. He is polarizing, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I won't give him anything else, though.
You do not want to get... You don't want to get in any online communities.
No.
Hating women.
You got to stay away from that.
Yeah. At all costs. No reason.
Don't even get on your disposable friends.
Oh, he had a podcast?
Yeah, of course he had.
Oh, I'm going to have to... This is a long page. Holy shit, I'm going to have to do a deep dive on this.
Damn.
It's been a while. This page is
It's
way
called
more informative.
I heard it's called the
than
Lex Friedman podcast.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
He's interviewing Sam Harris next week.
Stop playing with that thing. It kind of makes a lot of noise.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Just take those off.
You know, I'm going to have to come back to this because this is like way more information than I ever got when
We
it was
can
all
revisit
happening.
Yeah, we can come back to it.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you're the Indian girl, time's up, Toots.
Yeah.
I've moved on.
Nice.
Luke, hear that? Luke's moved on, lady. But I haven't.
What if you hit me up? It'd be nice to know that you're still doing all right.
Just a quick checking in, proof of life here.
How about this? This is a how are you, and then you just text me how you're doing. But I've moved on, so don't get any ideas.
Hey, Indian girl, this isn't a goodbye. This is a see you later. That sounds like a threat.
Yeah, that does sound like a threat. That's not what it was.
To a girl who didn't text you back.
Actually, she did text me back. She was very cordial.
Mm-hmm.
She was very nice about her not wanting to hang out.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Paragraph?
No paragraphs.
Nice.
Can always appreciate a woman who doesn't send a paragraph.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, cool.
Getting a paragraph text from a lady. For the viewers at home, a paragraph is when a girl
She didn't
ends
have the
things with you.
gumption.
Yeah. It's when a girl ends things with you and sends you the... Well,
Yeah.
how do they usually go? Hey, I think you're great, but I just don't know if I can do this right now.
Hey,
Usually you find out how awesome you are at the beginning.
what,
That's all I take from
it's not
paragraphs.
it's not a goodbye. It's a see you later. And it sounds like a threat, which is true. Have you ever met a girl through like a place that you guys frequent, and then you go on a date, and then maybe like she'll ghost you, and then it's like, I don't want to have to see you in public if this is how we're like, because it makes me feel not exactly like a creep,
Yes.
but it's an awkwardness, and it's like,
Yeah, I don't love that.
yeah,
When they ghost you.
no. Did you not hear the first thing I said? When you meet through a place you guys are like at frequently, it could even be friends of friends.
Yeah.
And it's like we're gonna see each other again, most likely,
Yeah.
if we continue as things go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Because you can do that.
It's
And
kind of just life, though.
well, no, it is life.
I'm not
but-
giving up my
I'm talking
favorite
about
spots.
the inevitability of the
No, I get what-
seeing each
Yeah,
I
other.
get what
I
you're
know
sa-
what you mean.
I get what you're saying. It's when it's because you can like have sex or hook up with someone and then see them around and like it can be totally fine, but then like it's when they ghost you or like end things weird. It's like why not just send the text and like we'll just be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird. Yeah.
I feel like it sets up a future like not like you're actually a creep, but it's like, oh, there he is.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just doing what I was doing.
Because then you see her friends and you're like,
Yeah, right, yeah.
Or you find out your buddy saw her first.
yeah. Yes.
And you just have
Oh yeah, that
an overall
that just
confusing.
happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that just happened to me not too long
Yeah.
ago.
That's like, have you
Which
ever,
I will say, I hope
That
she's
just-
doing fine. I don't know
Yeah.
what that was all about, but
yeah.
it got nothing to do with me, I don't think.
Yeah, that's like. Have you ever seen that meme where it's like, when you see, I think they say when you see your old hus's friend group out in public,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
like a photo of LeBron in his first game back in Cleveland, and everyone's like screaming at him.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is something that
I think ladies, I just have to assume that their nervous systems just go insane when they see a guy they used to hook up with.
probably, yeah. It's because they're good at like getting over dudes, and then I think when you see them randomly, and you're not expecting it. It like reignites some of the old feelings and stuff.
It reignites something,
Yeah.
especially when they find out that you're super jacked now. And even more handsome and funnier.
Speaking of that, I'm like specifically talking about just reigniting like awkwardness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's best to just not even acknowledge them. Just be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just act like they're not there.
Well, yeah.
And if they come up, just be nice. That's it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't have to be a dick, but
Yeah. Definitely don't be a dick.
no.
Yeah.
It is weird.
I can't think of
Yeah.
one lady I would be a dick to if I ran into her again.
No.
Yeah, no, I haven't done anything like
Can't
that.
think of one.
Oh, no, I've had No.
No, I'm kidding.
Wait, am I missing a reference here?
No, he's just
Never
fucking
mind.
with you.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You know, you don't want to, because I'll be honest, in my, like, pretty much my whole life, this is kind of the first, like, real time where I've, like, been, like, sort of planted in a city for a long period of time, to where it's, like, it is a possibility to, like, run into old, like, chicks you, like, went on dates with or used to see. I mean, it kind of happens all the time.
Yeah.
And it is, like, a new thing that I kind of have to navigate. That I'm figuring it out that it's really not that big of a deal. But it does also make you paranoid where you're like,
Yeah.
I'm talking to this lady. Who do you know here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you know here?
Well, there definitely are some bars where I'm on high alert when we walk in. Specifically the one we went to on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because you remember at one point I was something like, I don't know about that place. There's
Well, you know
high
what?
possibility, and then I kind of forgot about it over time.
I clocked it while we were still in there, and I'd made the executive decision not to tell you about it.
Yeah, thank you for that, too. I mean, it still kind of ended up throwing a monkey wrench in my night. Because you ended up telling me about it in the Uber.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
I did. Yeah.
I gotta, yeah, but
Yeah.
But that one did make the heart flutter. I was like, ah!
Yeah. So I do get why people move to the suburbs
Yeah.
once they meet a lady.
You ever seen Heat?
That's Heat. Basically, Heat for us would be you meet a lady and you think you're going to shack up with her. And then as you're like moving out to the suburbs, you look back and Killing Wayne Grow is running back into tidies.
Never get attached to something you can't walk away from in 2 hours flat.
After you realize this Instagram is going to be pretty flaky. Yeah, but hey, anyone who's listening out there, if you want to come to Tiny's on a weekend, we might be there. You might see us there. Tell us you listen to the pod.
We'll be there.
Actually, if we're talking to women, tell us that you're big fans and don't mention this. But
I'm not going to stop going to Tiny's, by the way.
Dude, I viewed your analytics. There's like no chicks.
Yeah.
I could think of someone who might stop going to Tiny's. But I will not be stopping my Tiny's. I love it.
Yeah. And in fact,
I'm taking Tiny's back.
Oh yeah, we're reclaiming Tiny's.
Yeah.
In fact, let's clip this.
It's
let's
like in Lord of the
let's
Rings.
clip this and
It's like
post
in Lord
it.
of the Rings. When
We're taking Tiny's.
Any girls who are still following us, who we once had a thing with, we're still going to Tiny's, so bring it on.
And we still love you.
And we still love you. And we still miss you.
I think about you all the time. And I hope you're thinking of me, too.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Taking back Tiny's. That's like you guys haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
No.
There's a great scene at
Too
the
busy
end of
going to Tiny's.
There's a great scene at the end of the second one where they're backed up into like the keep of a little outpost, and there's a bunch of orcs banging on the door.
Yeah.
And then the king of this one, the king who's among the last six dudes alive, and he gives this speech and he's like, "Ride out. Ride for ruin, ride for death, ride for glory." Yeah, and it's that, but it's showing up to a local dive bar like you didn't see a girl you used to fuck there.
Yeah.
Who doesn't talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because you... What?
No, just seeing the profile not available anymore is like, oh, shit.
It's getting blocked, yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck.
I saw that. I got that from the girl in Long Beach who I went on the date with.
Yeah.
And when she had texted me, when she paragraph texted me the next day, because she was mad I didn't pay the bill.
Wait, I didn't hear about this. What? You got a paragraph for not paying?
So, yes.
Yeah, this is what the podcast is for.
Okay,
Let's hear it.
Sure. All right. So this girl who I met at a show in Long Beach at K Sarah, Seth Kelly. Shout out Seth Kelly. Shout out Alex Osuna. It's a very attractive lady. Just came up to me after the show and gave me her number. She lived in Long Beach, and then I was traveling the next week and had things going on, and then she was out of town or something. We didn't end up hanging out until 3 weeks later, but she was texting me the whole time before we'd even hung out. We're having full text conversations, right? And then also...
Are you going to talk about the
Bad
reacting?
sign.
What was the reacting?
About how she was reacting her own text messages.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
She sent a text message. She sent a joke. I don't even know what the joke was, and I wouldn't be able to find it because I've deleted our messages. But yeah, she sent a joke, and I kind of ignored the joke and kept texting. And then after I sent a text, she reacted to her original message. And she was like, "Huh?" She was like, "Did the comedian like the joke or something?" And so,
let's go out.
Please have sex with me. But she, and also I'll preface this by saying this was the last time I'm going to drive more than probably 15 minutes to get pussy. Because the way this backfired, it was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
So how did backfire? What happened?
Well, first off, let's start with the first thing. She sent me a text. I was like, I'll text you. She like couldn't hang out on the weekend or something, and I was like, okay, how about we had set up a date for like a Thursday.
Wait, so she's been on the hook for more than a week.
On the hook? What do you mean by that?
Like you met a week ago, you haven't met up, yet you're still texting, and it's been more than a week.
Yeah, but it was like we both
That's
couldn't.
kind of surprising.
Yeah, she had been, and she was like very like kind of the one initiating all the texting or whatever. But so we had like set a date, and then she was kind of like, she had gotten like some dental surgery or something.
Oh.
This is what happened, and she was like, I was like, well, let's do Thursday, and she's like, okay, I can do Thursday, but like I just got this surgery. Like I was like, okay, how about I'll text you the day of, we'll see how you're feeling, and if you're feeling good, we'll do it, right? And she said some response. She was like, okay, cool, whatever. And then she sent something where she's like, can we lock in a date for, which was the next week? And I was like, are you like planning a second date? Because it was unclear. She did not make it clear that we were not doing that Thursday.
Yeah.
And so I ended up driving all the way down to Long Beach. And then I was like, and also this, I'm telling this story poorly, but I'm trying to recall everything. It was the day of the date that we made this. And I was like, whatever. And I texted her the day of. I was like, all right, I'm coming down or whatever. Like, I'll see you then. And she was like, okay. Thinking that I was responding to the next message or the next date, right? And then I texted her at like we were gonna meet up at 8 or whatever, and I was like 7:45. I was like, I'm 15 minutes away, and then I got there. I sat down at the place. Probably like 10 minutes went by. I didn't get a response from her. I'm like, this is weird. And then she called me and she was like, oh my god, like I meant the next week, whatever. And I'm like, all right. Well, it didn't really matter to me because then I think I just drove back up, and we went to Brennan's.
Okay, sir.
Well, no, my favorite, the part about the story that's not being mentioned is that before you went out with her, I think we were on the phone, and I told you that I had a date cancel that night, and you made a joke where you're like, well, whatever, I'm going to go get pussy. And then you call me an hour later, and you're like, I'm cooked.
Yeah, so whatever. And I didn't really give a shit because I got shit going on. I got it like that.
Now he'll black out.
And so we hang out the next week. I drive down to Long Beach. The date's it's going well, right? We're sitting at the so also we sit. I pitch it as like, let's get drinks. We go to this place. It has food there, but it's like we're getting drinks, right? Plus it's like kind of later. We order drinks. She starts ordering some food. She starts ordering some appetizers. I'm not going to say no. I don't necessarily care. And then
I've ordered apps on a drink date before.
Which, hey, is fine.
Yeah,
if you order it, it's fine.
A girl got really mad because I ordered a meatball platter. And I fucking housed it.
She ordered oysters.
Oh, that's, yeah.
She ordered oysters, and we got like some cornbread or something. It was pretty good. And then like she got another round of drinks. So I was like, all right, I'll get another drink, whatever. But I'm kind of like, at this point, I'm like, we're splitting this bill. You started ordering food when we were just getting drinks. We're splitting the bill. And she offered, she was like, well, how about we split this? We'll split this? And I was like, yep, we'll split it. And then we go to another bar. On paper, the date went pretty well. We went to 2 more bars.
Yeah, that's broke shit. I don't ever
Played
deal
pool.
with that.
And then we went back to her place.
You set off the detection software.
Yeah. Yes. I set off. Yes. The broke end detection software was firing. And yeah, we went to like 2 more bars, and it was kind of like the vibes were a little odd because also she was very hot. She was 30. She was a little older than me, but she was very hot. And it was like there was touching. We were making jokes, whatever. But then like we parked at her place. We walked over like to the beach, and it was kind of like the moment where you would go for the kiss.
Yeah.
And I was like standing there, like I looked at her, and she looked at me and she went, "Uh-oh," and I was like, "Okay, this is weird." And then we went back to her place. We sat down. We were like on the couch. We started watching something. Like we started making out. We started watching Love on the Spectrum.
Nice.
And then while we were watching Love on the Spectrum, she started pointing out, being like, "You didn't get me flowers." She was like 75% joking, right? She was like, "You didn't compliment me like that." And then
I'm
she would
not
kind of be
mentally
like,
challenged.
I know, like I'm getting compared to the autistic guys right now. And then also I accidentally knocked over a wine glass that she had and it broke while we were over there.
You don't have an action figure collection.
Yeah. And yeah, and then the next day, well, first off, I come back, I drive all the way back up. I didn't get laid. We made out a little bit, so I was like, all
Nice.
right, fine. I didn't get laid. I was kind of like,
So
Jesus
pissed.
Christ. And then I get home, I open my phone, I got a text from the last girl that I was seeing, officially ending things. I got a paragraph.
Nice.
Which when you get a paragraph and you see that, I think you're great, but I just don't think we should be seeing each other.
Like I
you
said,
see that first sentence? It's
Just stop reading after that.
Exactly. It's like, you know when you would get a test back in school and you just could see all the red markings
Yeah.
on it and
Yeah.
you
Turn it
didn't
over.
even have to look at it. You just know you failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one of those from a different girl. I was like,
Hi.
hi. I turned into a Mexican day
Yeah.
laborer.
And then she sent you a paragraph right after.
And no. And then I wake up the next morning to a paragraph from her going, and hers started with, "Hey, usually I would just, I would just ghost you, or there wouldn't be a second date. But I'll give you some constructive criticism." She sent me a whole paragraph being like, "If you take a girl out on a date, you should pay for the whole thing, or like she's gonna think you're beat." Is one of the things she said. She's like, "Any girl's gonna think you're beat." And she was like, "Just ask your mom; she'll tell you." And I was like, and she was like, "If you think you want to have any chance of getting a second date or getting laid, you should pay on the first date. Ask your mom; she'll tell you." I'm like, "Why would I ask my mom about getting laid?"
Yeah.
That's weird.
Mom, do you think she would have fucked me?
And she was like, "Also,
No,
you,
honey.
and she was like, "Also, you broke my wine glass." And I was like, "Okay." And then, yeah, she was like, "But anyway, it was like kind of like it didn't even really end with like a, you know, whatever. You're nice, but like we'll go our
good
separate
luck.
ways." And I was like, "Oh, hey, sorry about that. I Venmoed her like $20 for the wine glass. I'm like, I just sent you some money for the wine glass. Sorry."
Nice.
Sign that. And then she was like, and then she responded like later in the day, and she's like, "Okay, my first message might have been a little harsh, but like I think it was just like at the other bar, like you didn't like ask me if I wanted a drink or something." And she was like, "But I think just overall, it's just I don't think we were very compatible. So like, wish you the best." Then she said that, and then I just
Nice.
never responded to that. But I think after she sent the first message, I went and checked her Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, is this
Profile not
really like,
available.
you think I'm like gonna just keep hitting you up on every fucking profile you got? I mean, Jesus.
Well, there are a fair amount of dudes who never get that hint,
I guess you're
and they
right,
just
yeah.
keep going for it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've dated enough girls who have just like random dudes in the DMs.
Yeah, you're right.
That like
Right.
did I ever tell you about this guy? This girl I was seeing, she posted a story of a tray of cookies that she made, and she like invited me over. She's like, "Yeah, we'll bake," and then she like made the cookies and took a picture and posted it. And a guy responded saying, "I want to fuck your feet," and I was like, "Oh, that's a cool guy."
Oh man,
So yeah, there are dudes out there.
there are.
I think there's enough of them for the ladies to warrant a blocking of like just a random normal guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Who-
makes sense.
Did not deserve it.
There really is more creeps than you could even imagine.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Dudes are trying to fuck feet.
It's so crazy. It's absurd. We've talked about it before, and we've had it happen to us a couple times where you find out a buddy of yours sends unhinged DMs to women.
Yeah.
It's
Not a good look.
Not a good look. Not a good look for the group. You know,
No.
reflects poorly on all of us.
Yeah.
Got to separate.
You do not want that.
Yeah, it's wild seeing Hinge screenshots, women's Hinge screenshots showing the kind of messages guys will send.
Yeah.
And I'll literally just be like, who are these guys?
Yeah. It is.
I remember one time I got bored on Tinder and messaged every woman saying my grandfather died in World War II.
Nice.
Just to see what kind of response it
Get
was.
No,
anything?
I'm talking about the ones, yeah.
I didn't get
I'm talking about the ones where it seems like they came up with it thinking it might actually work
Yeah.
to get them pussy.
Guys are clueless. I mean, I've been clueless in my life,
Of course.
but I was like 19 years old. There are dudes in there well into their 30s and 40s still rolling the balls out at the
Hey, beautiful.
creep convention.
They'll hit him with the
Oh,
"Hey,
man.
beautiful."
Oh man, you can't be doing that shit.
The guy from Turtle Races.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I talked to a girl who was
This is the MC. This is the
the MC of the Turtle Races. I guess he will constantly message her and say, "Hello, beautiful. Will I be seeing you at Turtle Races tonight?" and then she won't respond, and then she'll see him there, and he'll be like, "Hey, how's it going, beautiful?" She's like, "Hey."
Yeah. Some guys, they just. This is what online communication with women does to people.
Mm-hmm.
Is you resort to these sorts of tactics.
Yeah.
Right? I really have less than zero desire to ever get back on a dating app.
Yeah, no, you can't do the dating apps.
No, can't do it.
You guys ever figure out something on a dating app? It's like a template and it works.
Not really, honestly.
I have one that worked really well. It's so stupid, but it works really well. I would oh, fuck, this is so dumb. How I came up with it was completely spontaneous. I met this girl who talked about how she liked weightlifting, and I said something like, "What's your deadlift?" And she was like, 200, and then I said, "Oh, mine's," and then I just put my phone number, and that was where it started. And since then, not since then, because I've had a girlfriend now for like 6 months, but that was one of my go-tos, is find some way to like ask a question that requires them to answer with a number, and then just say, "Oh, I could." Phone number. It worked 70% of the time.
It'd be funny you say,
It's so
"What's your
stupid, but
deadlift?"
it worked.
And she goes, "I don't deadlift." And you go, "Mine's 7."
Yeah. Oh, dang. Yeah. It still works.
What's your deadlift? The message before that asked if I'm okay with rape.
Well, the actual go-to move is to go, "What's your phone number?" And she goes, "I'm not giving my phone number." And you go, "I can deadlift 300 pounds."
Yeah.
My phone number is 185.
Didn't Mikey McDonald only put 6 digits in for his phone number?
Yeah. When I first got Mikey McDonald's phone number, I forget what for.
Door guy at the Comedy Store.
Yeah,
Go see him
at the Comedy Store. Yeah, opener for Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
He put, you got to put your area code in a 7-digit phone number, and I think he just forgot to put in the 7th digit. And I saw him and I was like, "Dude, you gave me a 6-digit phone number." It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man."
One time a dude some guy who was very trashed was like, to my buddy, he's like, "We gotta fucking hang out and DJ together sometime." And my buddy was like, "Okay." And he's like, "Let me give him my number." And then he just put his name in the phone, and that was it.
Hilarious.
No phone number. What are we at?
We're at an hour 17.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can cut it there.
I think we can cut it, folks. Watch the sketches. Like the sketches.
Yeah.
Watch them, like
Leave a
them.
comment.
More importantly, share the sketches.
More importantly, share the sketches.
Send it to your retarded buddies.
There's nothing we love more than when a sketch gets more shares than likes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really is the...
Yeah.
Feels good.
That to me tells us we're building the fan base we want.
Yeah.
We've
actually been getting good, I would say good amonts of shares on the ones recently, even if they haven't been like popping off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of like, come on, man. Let it fly. Let it fly, Instagram.
But yeah, if you got a retarded buddy who you think would enjoy our humor, let them know.
And tell them to comment, because we will absolutely start indulging parasocial relationships if there's enough.
Also, come to Tiny's.
Yeah, come hang out at Tiny's.
Come hang out at Tiny's.
Unless you know who you are. Don't come if you're that person. But everyone else.
Indian lady.
Should we give?
I'm over her.
Shout-outs?
Do we have the?
I want to give a quick shout
Should we
out
try?
to,
should we start like an end of the podcast?
We've name dropped one on 2 podcasts. So
we had a list of dudes that we built out who were.
Sent that,
Oh, shout out to our fans, to our number one fans.
Our number one fans. I think today's number one fan is gonna have to be Slavuj Maxed.
Yeah, that guy does.
Slavuj Maxed.
Slavuj Max.
We hope you're
shout
listening.
out.
Yeah, Slavuj Max.
Yes, keep commenting.
Thank you, Matty Ice 714.
Yes, Matty Ice 714. He's a guy I played high school football
Guitar
with.
Kyle.
Guitar
you.
Kyle, what up?
Lenny
Guitar
McKenzie.
Kyle, of course. But see, that's the thing. I feel like we should spread this out. We should just do one an app for now.
All right.
One Diogenes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We got too many right now. We gotta
Lenny
spread
McKenzie.
these out.
Thank you, Lenny.
Yeah.
And Carson Grammy. Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Carson
And then-
Grammy, what up, playa?
Carson Grammy is actually the OG.
Also, shout out to the genuinely successful Instagram comedians who like all of our shit and comment and at times repost them, but we
Yeah.
can save that.
Yeah.
Those shout outs are for later.
Carson Grammy, if you do actually want to come hang out at Tiny's, you have an invitation.
Yeah, Carson, come hang
We'll
out.
sneak you in because we're all pretty sure you're 17.
I might go as low as 15.
But again, I think
didn't
no, we
Never
didn't,
gone to his
we
page.
didn't post that one.
He's
but
private. He's got a private account.
We also would just hang out with Carson Grammy in like a park drinking sodas from Circle K that you put a little vodka in.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not going to condone
like
giving
like a
alcohol to
kid
children.
from 17 to 19.
If he's
should,
18, I'll
if
give
you
him
aren't
vodka.
in college.
At what point do we start like a Reddit or a Discord? I don't use Discord, but I know that's a thing.
I don't know if we should start a Reddit ever. Yeah, no, not yet. Like we got to be big because you know who has a shockingly small Reddit for how popular they come across is Almost Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we could cultivate. That's why I don't know. I don't know how Discord works, but I know that's.
And also, Reddit isn't the Reddit. I feel like where we want to go is not gonna be popular with Reddit as it currently is.
We could get our own forum.
Reddit before 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's pull the plug on this
All right,
thing.
folks. Shout
All
out
right.
Carson. Shout out Tiny's.
And if you're that lady, just we're cool. We're fine.